Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and this is a channel update slash celebration video. I have hit over 14,000 subscribers, 14,114 to be precise. Not too shabby if I do say so myself, and I am rather. I do feel a little small twinge of pride for having done it. And I was thinking about what sort of special thing that I could do for the channel to hit 14,000 subscribers, and please feel free to suggest such a thing in the channel, in the comment section below. But I wanted to take this time, and I would really encourage you all not to turn this off at this moment, to really talk about the future of the channel. I'm not quite sure how long this video is going to be. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm going to try to not go over 20 minutes because I have some work to do. But alright, I didn't really write any notes down for this. I'm taking enough notes at university, but basically the first thing I wanted to say is thank you to all 14,000 of you who have subscribed. It really does mean a lot to me that you have done that you have decided that you would take that huge step of clicking a button to let me know that you're interested in the stuff that I do, and so you always want to be notified whenever a new video comes out. But for those of you who are older subscribers, you may be noticing in a lot of ways I am not uploading nearly as much as I used to. Although I have been doing some live streams this week, which is rather unusual. Usually I don't do live streams, but anyway, I've been experimenting with this channel quite a lot over the year plus that I've had it. I've tried a lot of different things, a lot of different upload schedules. I actually do have a document that I consistently where is it? Yeah, I try to keep updated, although it's all question marks right now. That I try to keep updated with the things that I want to upload and when I'm going to upload them. And I've tried lots of different formats. I've done things where I'll upload daily videos of a single series, and then when I'm done with that series, then I move on to another one. I've done things where I'll do a Kaiserite guide once a week or once a month. I've done you know, just putting up guides when I think of them, whenever they're smaller ones. I've done things where I've tried to go on a weekly schedule, which is what I've most recently tried to do again. I also tried to do it around fall of last year, where I might have a designated Monday campaign, a Tuesday campaign, a Wednesday campaign, etc., from various games. Or doing mixes of them where I do daily videos on one campaign and then once a week videos on others, and then there's sort of a rotation, which I've definitely found is impossible to keep up when I'm in school. So you know, I'm pursuing a master's degree right now. So the fall semester has started for me, and that has greatly affected my uploading schedule. But I don't want to just blame it all on my schoolwork that I have to do. It also has to do with the way that I've managed my own time and what I've felt to be the most productive way to upload things on the channel, to create content for the channel. Over a course of many months, it's always changing. I'm always trying to find better ways, and sometimes I think I make the mistake of having found something good and then I still change it. So let's start by talking about, sorry, I kind of got a runny nose today. Let's start by talking about my school load. So as I was saying, I'm attempting to get a master's degree right now. I'm taking an unbelievable course load this semester. Like, I'm not even gonna get into it because it really is unbelievable. Nobody would believe me. But just as a sample of the kind of like what my days are like now. Today, I turned in a paper for one class. Then I went to go take an exam in a different class. Then tomorrow, I've also got to turn in another paper. And actually, no, I have two papers to do. I don't have my planner in front of me. Incidentally, anybody who's getting ready to go to university, invest in a planner. They're like $1 at the Dollar Tree, okay? Just get a planner. You're not going to survive without it if you hope to get A's. So I've got two more papers due tomorrow. Wednesday's light. I only have an exam. Then on Thursday, I have to turn in a paper, and then in that same class, I have an exam. And then I'm going to have another exam next Wednesday. I also have... what else is there? Thursday I have, oh yeah, and I have another paper also due. I have like another paper due, so I've got like two papers due tomorrow, an exam on Wednesday, two papers on Thursday, and an exam. And you know, there's stuff I'm forgetting, but basically I have this huge workload, constantly typing, constantly researching, things, constantly reading. You know, read. That's the name of the game when you're studying history. And and yet the strange thing is, it might sound like I'm complaining, but even though, because I transferred universities, I'm now at a new one, and at this new university, my workload is even bigger than the one before, and yet I enjoy it more because I really feel like I'm learning more, and I've been learning to better apply my time, so that I could get all of these things done. So in other words, I've had semesters where I took just 2 classes because I just had to for one reason or another, and I wasn't managing my time well, and I felt like I had less time than I do now when I'm definitely taking more than that. And this doesn't even get into, of course, things that require, you know, I've always said this is not my job. If you guys want to make this my job, feel free to go to patreon.com/conqueringhistory. There'll probably be a link below, and contribute until this can be my job. I'd love that. But anyway, I have to pay bills. I'm also involved in some extracurricular stuff. For example, right now there's 92 pieces of art from the Prado Museum in Spain. Basically, the Spanish. Think of it as the Spanish version of the Smithsonian. That's the simplest way I can describe it. That are going to be here in the 2 towns I live by, and so I am going to be learning about those pieces in such a way that I could do presentations on them. On these 92 pieces of artwork for the next half year or so, or maybe more. So that's going to be like me doing docent work at the local museum. And of course, hopefully getting a job there as well, like a full-time job. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get something like that going. So the point is, I'm juggling all this other stuff. I have to commute further than I used to for my old university. And so it's forcing me to manage my time better, which I think at least in terms of my academia, I've done a very good job of. I can't say the same thing for the YouTube channel. Some of you who've been around longer know that there's been times when I'm uploading 10, 12, even 14 videos a week. Just knocking them out one after another. Of course, not all of them are a half-hour long. Some of them are like maybe a 10-minute guide or a report or something, but I've really knocked them out when I have my mind set to it. But what I think it comes down to is lately when it comes to the YouTube channel, I have been mismanaging it. Like, let's come over here to the community tab. If we come over here to my community tab, I think I posted a potential uploading schedule. I wanted on Sundays and Saturdays to be uploading Equestria War stuff. Monday was going to be House Capets France. I actually need to get an episode of that up. Today. Actually, no, it probably won't be today. I'm going to get more into that today. On Wednesdays, I was going to be uploading Westnoth. On Thursday, I was going to be uploading Egyptian stuff. And I really want, the Crusader Kings 2 Egypt stuff. And I really especially want to commit to this one because people are responding so positively to it. Like how I'm getting into the history of the time period that I'm playing in because it's not a regularly bookmarked date. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me that people have been responding positively to that. But also, if we were to look at my uploading schedule, there's things that I've been wanting to do, the Kaiserreich Minor Mondays, the progress reports, working on guides for other things. There's all these other series that I want to work on too. So I've been trying to get to where I'm uploading 7 campaigns at a time because each has a day of the week, and plus doing reports and things like that. And it's just not feasible. Things get too tangled, and there's too many things that are out of my hand. For example, Equestria at War has in the past updated, and it's broken save files. The same thing has happened with Kaiserreich. There's bugs that happen, and that's just the nature of the game. That's what's going to happen when you're playing with mods. So then this can destroy a save file on a campaign that I'm in the middle of recording, and this has happened on more than one occasion, as many of you know. For example, some really old fans will remember where I was basically doing an Austria world conquest, and I had this all-tank army of it was like I think only about 200,000 men in my army, but it was all tanks, and we were just running all over the frickin' world with it and just killing everybody. It was amazing. I think there were light tanks too. I wasn't even using mediums or heavies. I just made a great template that I was very happy with. But I'm digressing. But I had to suddenly stop that campaign. Of course, it was at a point where clearly I was going to be able to take over the entire world, but I had to stop it because the save broke. And there's been other things like that have happened. Of course, there's also been campaigns that people just stopped watching. If we go back, so there's campaigns I've had to stop for different reasons. So, for example, there's been ones that were my fault. So, for example, this House of Stred campaign here, where I did the outside bet. First episode was very good, showed you how to get that achievement, But after that, things got out of hand in a hurry, and if we actually go and look here, you see I had all this Danish land, but then I just started to be hit with rebellion after rebellion after rebellion. Let me see if I can find a good screenshot. Yeah, so I'd have rebellions going on in England and in Normandy and Denmark, and everything was just going to hell, and eventually I just abandoned the campaign because I couldn't win anymore, and I was just getting beaten down horrendously. And nobody wanted to see it. So as you can see, whereas the first video, this was I think the first CK2 campaign I ever did, so it doesn't have that many views, but the first video has about 3,500 views, I think it was. I didn't look right now, but it was something like that. And then by the time we're only in 4, it's only got 676 views. So there was a big drop-off, a bigger than normal drop-off. But there's other campaigns that I've stopped for other reasons. So, for example, if we came over here to my Stellaris campaigns, I don't know what the deal is, but my fan base just does not appear to like Stellaris. This first episode, this wasn't even the first Stellaris campaign I ever did, but let's see, this was the Holy Insurance. Oh, this one is the first one I did for the channel. That wasn't a live stream. Yeah, this only got 1,500 views. It only went for 3 episodes because, actually this one was because an update happened, I believe. Yes, yeah, so then the game just fundamentally changed. But then if we go over here to Heinlein's Howard's, I was extremely proud of the concept that I came up for this. This was the Great Diaspora. When Distant Stars came out for Stellaris, I created all these custom civilizations that were based on the works of Robert Heinlein, who's my favorite science fiction author. And this has less than 2,000 views, and a couple, and like people just started to say things that clearly made me think they're not actually watching it. Of course, there was some good feedback. You know, Heinlein was fantastic. Heinlein was a favorite of mine. I see you enjoy the lore, grokking, Starship Troopers, Moon of the Harsh Mistress, all sorts of stuff. So there were people who were into this, at least at the start. But maybe people could, because like, look, you see, there was 1,200 who came to episode 2, so there was it was pretty decent. But maybe Stellaris is just too slow for people, or maybe I need to do some sort of changes where if I ever was to play it again, I'd increase the speed of research just so the game could move along. But by the time we get to episode 5, there's less than 500 people watching this video, and nope. And I got the feeling that these views were basically people who were clicking on it, maybe because it was in their feed, but they were clicking on it before they clicked my name and went to the video they actually wanted to see. So for example, we're seeing in episode 4 here, there's no comments and actually has less views than the last one. Episode 3, Cleanse the Alien and the Heretic. This has, what does that even mean? That's just generic Stellaris talk that had, you know, it's just basically people weren't watching it anymore. Now, I recorded several more than just these 5 episodes, but I just stopped uploading them because nobody seemed to care, and nobody ever complained to me that they weren't being uploaded anymore. I must have done at least 3 more episodes than this at the time. So that's why I stopped that campaign. So I hope you're just starting to understand why some of these campaigns of mine stop. Some of them I genuinely lose, like House of Stredd. Others, the save files break, and with yet others, I just stop because nobody's watching it. So nobody cares if I stop, even though I like it. I like Stellaris, but why am I going to continue to put effort into it when nobody is watching? This isn't my job or anything, but it is nice to get like, you know, that couple of bucks. It helps pay the electricity and Wi-Fi bills and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why I sometimes stop videos. Now, if we look at what I've been uploading lately, again, you can see it's just a serious mishmash. Of course, there were a lot of Kaiserreich reports I did in a row here, but, you know, we've had lots of problems lately, tons of hiccups. The Japan campaign had to end after 10 episodes, which really is kind of a long time. That's like over 5 hours of gameplay, but there were definitely issues there. You know, there was some campaigns that had really great feedback. The British Empire one in Führerreich, I really loved that campaign and I liked it. But I was just trying to think, like, what differentiates me from other Paradox, history game-based YouTubers? And so I was looking at my popular uploads, and even to this day, even though it's been over a year, my most popular, like almost this entire front row, for example, of my most popular videos are Kaiserreich guides, which I realize that I've gotten out of the habit of doing, which I really should do. and I should continue to do the reports. And I do like Kaiserreich. It's an excellent, amazing mod. But usually, with rare exception, my actual campaigns, my actual playthroughs, don't get that many views unless it's a campaign that I was able to get early access to. I was the first one on YouTube to do it. So, for example, I was the first person on YouTube to get a Legation Cities campaign up for Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, because that was I found out when I was at work. I got the notification that it was out, and then I came home, and the first thing I did was record and then I immediately uploaded just episode 1. So I got over 4,100 views on that. Plus, I'm pretty happy with the thumbnail with the worm blowing the O. Same thing with Führerreich, another mod for Hearts of Iron 4. I was able to get over 35,000 views on this because I had early access to it. Thank you again, Führerreich developers. And I had like 5 campaigns for Führerreich up before it was released for anybody else. Of course, once it did get released, everybody ran away to other YouTubers and watched them play it instead. And you know, because I think it's probably because I'm not really a min-max kind of guy, and I think people look for that in Hearts of Iron 4 players, and so that or like just telling constant jokes, which I don't really do. I'm the historical context guy. But, you know, of course, anyway, getting back to this, so like my guides are very popular for the most part. Again, here's another one, Waking the Tiger, got early access. That was able to get a ton of views because I had it up first. First Republic of China campaign, and I believe the first Elite difficulty, because Elite difficulty just came out with Waking the Tiger. I believe I was the first one to get that up. I didn't see anybody else doing that sort of thing. But besides that, there's not too many of my campaign videos that have good first episodes, unless they're ones that I think I'm particularly proud of some of them, and so they get a lot of views, I think, because it's just a genuinely good campaign. So, for example, my Kaiserreich Russia campaign, I'm very proud of that series, especially that first episode. I went for over an hour. I was constantly contextualizing all the Russian leaders from that time period. People really responded positively to it, and so I was extremely proud of that. And my Crusader Kings 2, these ones, at least the Irish one and the French one, also had pretty good numbers for the first episodes. So, you know, I'm looking at this constantly, and I'm seeing, okay, what's working, what's not working for me, what do people want to see? You know, Equestria War, this got 19,000 views. You know, this Lunar Empire campaign, I know there's a lot of you who don't like Equestria War out there, and honestly, I think I've never met somebody who said they didn't like Equestria War that had actually played it. I'm just saying you should check it out. But this gets over 19,000 views, which is more than the Road to 56 Republic of China did, when which frankly I think is maybe the best thumbnail I ever made. I love this thumbnail, and it's just the colors are beautiful. It's so simple, it works. Anyway, but you know, they say thumbnails get you clicks, and this was way before there was any Asian focused trees in vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, so this was kind of a niche thing, and this got over 4,000 more views than Republic of China in Road to 56. So you know, I'm looking, I'm seeing, I do analyze these things, and I think, what is it that people like the most? So they like me doing Kaiserreich guides, obviously, although I'll note a lot of these are over a year old, although I did do this one a month ago that's in the top, what is this, 15? The Transimer guide, that one was pretty popular. But okay, I'm seeing they like Kaiserreich guides. They like when I get early access to things, at least at first. They like when I put a lot of effort into a series. CK2 Ireland, France, Russia. This is me going, and this is probably the most important thing. These series where I go into lots of historical context, which is really, when I started the series, the channel, really, that's what I wanted to bring to the table. I wanted to be somebody who said, look, maybe you're somebody who just plays strategy games, you don't actually know anything, or very little at least, or just the fundamental basics about these countries and these periods that we're looking at, and there's a lot of cool stuff here, and people seem to respond to that. So I'm looking at that, and I'm seeing people like it. My Kaiserreich reports you don't really see here. Let's see, I think this is the highest rated one, or no, this one here, Kaiserreich reports 31 through 36. By this point, we're getting down into the 4 digits as far as the views go. So They don't get too many views, but people do seem to like them. People who watch them seem to appreciate them. So that's, again, it's telling me what sort of things people want to see. So that's why I stopped playing Stellaris. Although I'm going to give it one more try, because I did promise at the end of the British Empire one. Where's that at? The United Kingdom here, the British Empire one. I did promise I was going to do a British Empire Stellaris thing when the new update came out, and people seemed to really respond positively to that. So I'm just presenting all of this evidence here to explain why I'm going to start changing the things I upload on the channel and how I'm going to upload on the channel, judging by what appear to be quote-unquote winning strategies. Now again, this isn't like me trying to make a living off of this. Don't get me wrong. It's like I am trying to provide the best content that I can. So here's what I'm going to do. You're watching it live. I'm gonna wipe this. Let's see. Oh geez, I'm already approaching over. It's already over 20 minutes. So let's speed this up. This is gonna be current as of September. We are gonna say the 22nd, because this week is just insane. I need to focus on papers. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go work on a paper. It's on the Eastern Front during World War I, if anybody's interested. Anyway, I gotta go do that. And so we're gonna say this schedule upload is gonna be September 22nd, 2018. That's the plan, anyway. Word is so weird sometimes. Damn it. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to delete all of these things. And I'm going to focus on not one daily series, but we will say 2 for now. We're going to call these current series. Number 1 priority, I need to finish CK2 France, the Capet Restoration. Number 2 priority is also going to be Crusader Kings 2, CK2 Egypt, because I'm very excited about that campaign, and a lot of you seem to as well. Go check it out if you haven't yet. Female Muslim Queen, that's kind of redundant, isn't it? So these are going to be the 2 actual series I'm going to try to upload. I'm not going to promise they're going to be daily once we hit the 22nd. Maybe I'll alternate them, but I just don't feel comfortable doing more than 2 at a time. And really, the France one is almost over. Other things that I want to work on: Kaiserreich Minor Monday, Kaiserreich progress reports, and then we're gonna cut and paste this up here. Hearts of Iron 4 mod guides. This means Kaiserreich. This means Equestria War. This means maybe Road to 56, stuff like that. I want to get those in my rotation. I am not going to call these weekly. When they pop up because some take longer than others. You know, I've done Kaiserreich guides, I think that were maybe 20-something minutes long, but for example, my Australasian Confederation one was over an hour long. So they vary in size. Now, every other series, if you do not see it on here, actually no, wait, there's one other series. The Hearts of Iron 4, Place in the Sun. I've already finished this, so this is going to get uploaded. But if you don't see it on this list, or I should say from where I'm highlighting here, the mod guys, if it's not here up, as far as you're concerned, it's canceled. Maybe some of it will still go up, but as far as you're concerned, it is gone. It's probably not going to happen. I'm going to focus. I'm going to put this in big bold letters. You're going to watch it at the front. It's like never. This is going to be my new rule after I'm done with these Crusader King 2 ones. Never upload until the series is completed. This is going to be my new rule. This was a rule I used to follow in the past, and it really worked out for me very well. And I really don't know why I ever stopped doing it. Because, as I said before, when you're playing with mods or even just shit happens sometimes, I could be, you know, 5-6 episodes into a series, and then the save file is destroyed or something goes horribly wrong, and then now I cannot complete that series, and it frustrates the heck out of me, and I know it frustrates a lot of other people when that happens. So this is going to be my new rule once these 3 campaigns are done. And really, Place in the Sun's already done. I finished this like weeks ago. I will never upload until a series is complete. So when you see episode 1 of a campaign, unless it's something that just came out that day, and we'll talk about that later, that series is already complete. And that is done so that you guys can have a finished product waiting for you. Now, current series, I'm going to put here never more than 2 at a time. That's going to be my other new rule. Now, I know, for example, some of you maybe are going, but I want to see Stellaris, or like, oh, this Hearts of Iron 4 thing is already done. You need to do a new one. Look, think of it this way. On the one hand, that's sometimes going to be annoying because you're getting 2 straight weeks of a CK2 campaign. Or if you're somebody who likes CK2, you're getting 2 straight weeks of Hearts of Iron 4. Look, first off, I've got a backlog. If you want to see me play a different game, go check out my playlists on the channel. I have tons and tons of other games that I've played. You can go check them out. But also, if it's a series you don't like, it's going to be over pretty quick because I'm doing it every day. As opposed to if I was doing it once a week, then you might have to wait. You know, you're going to have to see it in your notification box for months. So, and for the people who do like the campaigns, that means you're getting an episode every day. So that's going to be the goal. Knock out France, knock out Egypt, knock out Hearts of Iron 4. I still have these future series that I want to work on, and of course I do want to continue to do the Kaiserreich reports and start to do more guides. And again, just to review this super long video, I've been doing this because the amount of hours I have in a day has changed. It's probably going to get worse as the semester goes on, and you know, we get closer to finals and things like that. I also need to manage my time better, and yeah, as I've said kind of frankly in the past, this is not my full-time job. This does not pay for the rent and things like that. So ultimately, the channel is never going to be at the top of my priority list. I just try to still provide good content for the people I know like it. I'm sorry that this video was so long. I'm sorry to myself. I need to go work on this paper. But I hope that I've made things clear to you, all, as far as what the plan is as we head forward past 14,000 subscribers, on the way to 15 and more in the future. And you know, yeah, just thanks everybody for the support. And like I said, if you want to financially support me, check out the Patreon link. But you don't need to do that. So you all have a great day. I might upload some more by Saturday, but again, as of right now, nothing's going up till Saturday. And then that's when the new schedule will begin. So you all have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm Conquering History Games, signing out. Bye.